Good morning. I'm the Reverend Mary Koppel from St. Thomas Episcopal Church here in Diamondhead. This week, once again, I'm taking a look at faith. And as you know, each week what I've been doing is making these recordings, and these are topics from our outline of faith, or better known as our Catechism, found in our Book of Common Prayer. And the purpose of these videos is just to give a taste or a beginning question or a start where we examine our faith in God, our Christian faith, what it means to be an Episcopalian, and we take a look at that and we start to take a closer look. And hopefully from our time here, we will be curious and we will go a little bit deeper and ask questions and really develop our faith. Now this week, the topic from our Catechism, found on page 848, the topic is sin and redemption. Oh boy, sin. Get ready. Well, so here are some of our questions and the answers. Number 1, what is sin? Sin is the seeking of our own will instead of the will of God, thus distorting our relationship with God, with other people, and with all creation. How does sin have power over us? Sin has power over us because we lose our liberty when our relationship with God is distorted. What is redemption? Redemption is the act of God which sets us free from the power of evil, sin, and death. How did God prepare us for redemption? God sent the prophets to call us back to himself, to show us our need for redemption, and to announce the coming of the Messiah. What is meant by the Messiah? The Messiah is the one sent by God to free us from the power of sin, so that with the help of God we may live in harmony with God, within ourselves, with our neighbors, and with all creation. Who do we believe is the Messiah? The Messiah, or Christ, is Jesus of Nazareth, the only Son of God. Well, our topic is sin, and it does seem that oftentimes when we talk about Christian faith, it seems like sin dominates, which doesn't quite seem right. But yet, it is something that each and every one of us struggles with. Now, if you notice in our Catechism, the definition of sin is really quite broad. It is not specific. It is not laying down one particular sin above another. But rather, what is it that we might be doing that gets in the way of our relationship with God? What is it that we are doing that might get in the way of a relationship with others, with God's creation? That is a very broad definition of sin. And that being said, with that broad definition, it means that a lot of things can get in the way of our relationship with God. It recognizes that, recognizes human nature. Part of our human nature, part of us is having free will, the ability to choose, the ability to think, and with that, a very strong ego. And we go after those things that we desire, that we want. We put ourselves in the center. Well, that disruption leads to problems. Problems in our lives, problems with others. And there is hope. We all sin. We all fall short. We all at times want to put ourselves in the center or allow things to get in the way of our friendships, our relationships. There are things that we have done and left undone. Those sins. But there is redemption. There is something within our relationship with God where he doesn't let go of us, even when we allow things to get in the way of our relationship. He redeems us. He helps us. He helps resolve those problems. And he does that in the person of Jesus Christ. Isn't that amazing? That Jesus comes and lives as one of us, giving us a model of life and behavior, but also taking on the burden of those sins that get in the way and removing that obstacle in his sacrifice on the cross. Now, that is just a taste. That is just a little piece. Dig deeper. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Keep praying. Keep reading your Bible. Keep reaching out and serving. You take care of yourself. Lots of love. Bye-bye.